Welcome everyone, and a very good morning, afternoon or good evening wherever you are. Tip number 16 would be, some people are pro technical analysis and some people are fundamentals or whatever. It's very strange because some people are just pro technical analysis, and I can understand why if they are teaching systematic trading, and so you don't know anything, you just follow the arrows, and I understand that. And some of them they self-proclaim that there are some other methods. The question is simply like what I'm training, which is human behavior. People say that the body language, which I'm an expert in, has more weightage than the choice of words. My question is, why, if you want to profile someone, why don't you listen to the choice of words, the tone of voice, the body language, the facial expression? Why don't you take them all? Then you get a 100% accurate reading. At least you get 100% of the information, how you interpret it. So in the same way, okay, if you're listening to this video and this series and you're still wondering why you're still not making money, how strong is your technical analysis? It doesn't mean that I do not know how to read candlesticks or MACD or Bollinger Bands or Fibonacci curve. I learned all that, RSI, everything. I learned that first. Remember in my earlier videos, I learned that first, but that alone didn't help me make money because I felt that it was the temperament that causes me to lose money. And in case you're just joining in this video, that's what this channel is all about: teaching you, sharing with you, and making you aware of your own investor psychology, so that when you're out there in the game, you know where your weaknesses are and where your strengths are. So why not take it all? Learn how to read the charts, don't ignore, but the technical analysis is lagging. So you see some charts, but if a recent breaking news just happened, it takes some time for the charts to catch up. Okay, that is when you're earlier in the game than the rest. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you're a technical analysis guy, do not ignore news and what's happening in the world, election results, fighting, bombings, things like that. Tip number 17, when you buy a stock and hoping for a rebound, but it keeps going down, and then you sell a stock, and the moment you do, the thing goes up. You know what? That's okay. Don't beat yourself up and don't say, I'm really bad at stocks. But more importantly is at that point when you decided to buy or you decided to sell, were you reckless? Were you doing it out of ignorance with no facts? Okay, why are you selling? I felt like selling. I felt like selling today. The stars aligned, whatever. No, if you have enough information, with enough knowledge, you make an educated decision but still lost. That's okay. Okay? Even as a podcaster right now, sharing with you this, I don't win all my trades. I don't. Overall, my portfolio looks good. Okay? Are all my counters winning? No. Why? I don't know. Sometimes there are information that we don't know about that company, but that's okay. Okay? Tip number 18. Tip number 18. There's such a thing called tired stocks. So there are some favorites in Singapore, and no matter how you turn left and you turn right and you ask people, what are you buying? The same old suspects come up because these are the favorite stocks. They are strong. Yeah, but if everybody buys that stock and then the PE is high, what potential is there? So I want to cite a recent example, and I want to share with you that right now, as we are broadcasting this, is at the fourth quarter of 2021. So just in case you're watching it a year later, you say, hey, why did you say that? Okay, so Zoom was one of those fantastic growth stock during the during the current COVID period, people were subscribing, and they added new features and they kept going up. But people were buying into the future price, and they will keep buying into the future price, and the PE was going up, and all it needed was a CEO to come up and say, I'm not sure if we could keep matching the expectation of the investors, and that was all it took for the price to jump off the cliff for this period when we're talking. Okay, so once again, thank you for listening and subscribing, and I want to have this disclaimer that I do not recommend any stocks. I have not recommended any stocks, and all the strategies, please listen with your eyes wide open. You make your own educated assumptions. I'm happy to listen to constructive feedback. Don't blame me or anyone that you hear on YouTube, because we're just putting information out there. Once again, if you make millions, you're not going to give me a cut, and if you lose some money also, please don't blame me. Okay, so enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next video.